Hey, welcome to another episode of Enta Asks, where we hear epic stories from great people about the businesses that you want to work with.
Click below and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Or if you want to be on our show and tell your epic story, our link to get on our show is in the description below.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Enta Asks. I'm Adam Colazetti.
And I'm Caitlin Bullock.
And today we are so excited because in the studio we have Nigel Istvanffy, founder of Kettera. And Caitlin, what does Kettera do?
Get this, Kettera connects you to opportunities that fit. So, is that like my skinny jeans? Because they don't fit. Can you help with that?
It's like the old skinny jeans.
Oh, the old skinny jeans.
Yeah.
No, so really this is a really cool software and we got to have a little peek at it. But tell us, like, what was the epiphany that you came to that led to Kettera?
It's a good question. So 3 years ago, co-founder Kyle and I were having a beverage. And we were talking about...
As one does.
It's where the best ideas come from.
Back when you could have a beverage with people, that was great.
Yeah, that was those years. Yeah, it was great. And we were talking about how throughout our careers, all the different decisions that we make when it came to accounting, finance, investment. He's an investment banker, so don't hold it against him.
Okay.
Were driven by data. Now we were in these senior positions and tasked with finding people and hiring people. And there wasn't data to help us with that. Suddenly it was this subjective decision-making based on feel and experience and effectively guessing. And we thought there had to be a better way.
You know, I absolutely sympathize with that because Caitlin and I have hired people recently, and depending on which course we took or which book we read, it's like, no, skills first, or then it's like, no, good fit first, and you know, like, what's the right answer? Right?
Exactly, and that's the question we asked ourselves, which turned into this 8-month-long journey of talking to anyone that would listen to us, any researcher, any business professional, any expert in the field. And it was really cool because I'm a very visual person. So in the process of mapping out this whole thing, we ended up building this mind map that was 35 feet long and 10 feet high.
Where did you put this 35-foot long mind map?
That's the cool thing about the new houses where everything's just one long room. And my wife's still with me, which is cool.
Oh,
so
no.
That's
like living room, dining room to
kitchen. Yeah, all the way.
Thing.
Yeah, it was fun.
How long was that up for?
Only 8 months.
Only 8 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and effectively what we came to through this whole process was the notion of the science of fit.
Okay.
Which is this really cool multidisciplinary area of science, which combines cognitive science, behavioral science, human resources, business best practice. And the best part is it's been around since the early 1900s. So this stuff it's not new in the sense that it's proven and there's tons of research supporting it. Mm-hmm. It's just never been digitized. So that's what we set out to do.
Cool, so you've actually taken all of this mind map, digitized it, and you help people make decisions that, like, in a better way.
Yeah, so our whole thing is we enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make data-driven people decisions.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's really exciting. So, you know, from that context, the best thing to think about and the best thing to know is what this science of fit is.
Okay.
So when we think about that, really what we can do is we can assess your skill fit, team fit, manager fit, character fit, organization fit, and attitude fit to any opportunity or community or business or anything in between, and we can do it instantly. So just think about that, like before applying for a job, you would know if you fit on all those different parameters before even applying.
Right.
And on the business side, you're gonna know who fits with all these parameters, and we rank them from top to bottom.
Right.
So you're not just hiring for skill anymore, it's like, will this person be a good fit into my team, into my culture?
With my managers, yeah.
So if we're interviewing people and we've gone through this process, we know that our short list of interviews are good candidates, right?
Absolutely. And so you've already got your short list and you've used all of our different fit parameters to make sure you've got kind of your top 5 candidates. But the cool thing is, because there's so much data behind this, even in that next step, the interview process, we apply objective measures to what is a subjective decision-making process typically. So like a really good example would be on the way into work, on the day when you're going to interview these people, you get in a car accident.
Yeah, I hear that.
And now you're just in a lousy mood. Like you're upset. You've had a tough day already. And the 3 out of the 5 people you're interviewing that day versus the next day, doesn't really matter what they say. You're not going to like them because that's that kind of emotion-driven aspect of who we are as humans.
Right.
So the cool thing about what we do with Ktera is we give you that data behind what you're feeling, what you're seeing. And it's not going to replace the interview. It's not going to replace the importance of talking to people and getting to know who they are, but it gives you more insights and it allows you to then make more informed and better decisions.
Well, I love that because there is this gap in decision making, and when we do, for example, hiring, now that your application has even more capabilities than just that, but this is a great one that everybody can relate to. When we do hiring, it is very much skills based off the resume, right? Because that's all the information you have.
Right.
And then you kind of like hope and pray that they're a good fit for your team, and you spend the next 3 months, if you're smart, evaluating that fit, right? At a cost. So you can save money because you're going to find somebody with the right skills and fit.
100%. So for the average, let's take a step back.
Okay.
The entire market, as far as staffing goes, turns over 25% every year. So 25% of people are either quit their jobs and are rehired or leave. And so that's a massive number of people leaving and coming back every year.
Okay, and Adam and I once did a calculation, and tell me if I'm wrong, but on average, to replace a intermediate to senior technical expert, you're probably looking at $160,000 of people's time and money and ramp up and interview time and everything.
Exactly. And so that's a massive amount of money lost on the one side of the equation.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, if we look at the people, like the individual perspective, don't we all just want to find the opportunities where we actually want to stay there? And because we're surrounded by people that we enjoy working with every day.
Well, that's the dream, right?
Yeah.
You're excited to go to work.
Exactly. And that's the other element of this is we can cut down the turnover on the business side because they make better hiring decisions, but we also cut it down on the individual side because you're putting yourself in a position where you're surrounded by people you want to be with, you're within the culture of an organization where you feel like you belong. It really ticks all the boxes as far as where you want to be, and you become passionate about it and want to stay there.
That's amazing. So you're saving companies money, you're making people happy. This is an amazing tool, but data can be skewed. It can be are you using it for good or for evil? We're gonna find out next time. But if you want to check out Kettera, you've got to go to their website, which is
Kettera.io.
Kettera.io, super easy. How do we spell Kettera?
Kettera.
Okay, .io. We'll put the link below. Go click, check out Nigel's awesome software. And can they sign up if they want to?
Yeah, sign up right from there. It's free for individuals to use, and businesses. It's also very inexpensive because we're just trying to help get as many Canadians and people across North America back to work as we can.
Beautiful, I love it. So we're gonna find out if they're gonna use data for good or for evil. Do we have a superhero or a supervillain on our hands? Check us out next time. Thanks so much. Oh, can I get a mic drop?
That was so
Epic. Join us next time on Enta Asks.